I want to respond to a couple of comments. One from someone who said that they think that Donald Trump is stoking violence or trying to trigger violence in protest in order to incite the martial law or have no more elections. And another person who said that they still believe, despite what I said, that he still has enough that it's going to take, there'll be a bunch of protests and that's going to be enough. Okay, so first to that person, that's not the standard for martial law. It has to be total chaos, total breakdown of all systems, of our judiciary, of our executive, of our Congress. Breakdown meaning like it's not operating, it's dysfunction, it's just crazy, it's just chaotic. Something you might see in a dystopian movie. It seems like a lot of people are going with that. A dystopian movie with all systems of just totally shut down. We don't have that. We still have checks and balances. They are still abided by district court judges. He's still losing 90% of the time. In the true authoritarian dictatorship country, like I come from a continent full of them, there is none. They're unaliving journalists. We journalists are still speaking, and we still have First Amendment. We still have the press. I know they're pushing on it. We still have it, and we still have independent journalists. And the courts are still winning. You know, we're still winning in the courts. Public opinion. You're still seeing these large protests. None of this happened in real, true authoritarian dictatorship. None of this stuff that we're doing. So I know he's pushing it, but we're not there yet. And so we're far from there. I know you think, well, we don't want to get there, but the protests, one protest, even if they turned violent in different states, which I do not think they're going to do, watch my words, come back here after October 18th, that's still one day. If he were to try to invoke it, he needs the Congress, and there's not, you don't even have the votes in Congress to actually enact that. Let's forget about that. We have Congress still. The SAVE Act hasn't passed, and it's not going to pass. So he's still operating within the bounds of our representative democracy, despite the fact he's pushing it. They're still within the bounds. And you know from what happened with the generals are now down with them. Even if you have like the little privates and the little cadets or whatever cheering him on, and they're still low level. The generals, their stoic faces, they're not participating. They know. So they don't have the military. They barely have their own base because he's eroding the base. So to the extent to which at some point soon we're going to like vote all of them out and remove him, and he knows that's a risk, and he's going to do what he can to push, but we still have limits. And he cannot cancel elections. The reason why he can't cancel elections is because elections are controlled by the states. That's why he was trying to ask the state of Texas to gerrymander. He's asking Georgia to find votes. And if he had control to cancel elections, why do that? He could just cancel elections. And if he cancels elections, who's going to benefit from that? Us. Go ahead, cancel elections. We're going to have our elections in blue states. Yeah, that's not happening. Anyway, each one teach one. Share this video. Don't spread any more misinformation.